already joined. Rajasekharan sir. Okay.
என்னோட ப்ரீவைவால இருந்தேன் சார்.
Okay, no problem. ஆரம்பிச்சலாங்களா?
மணி சார், நான் வந்துட்டேன் உள்ள.
மணி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடலாங்களா?
எஸ் சார்.
நானே கன்வின் பண்ணிடுறேன்.
எஸ் சார். ஓகே சார்.
Okay. So, on behalf of Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University and Controller of Examinations, and for giving me an opportunity to convene the doctoral YOOC defense of Mr. Rajkumar, who is my scholar. And on this August meeting, I would like to invite wholeheartedly the external examiner, Dr. Rajasekharan sir, Professor and Director of Physical Education, Annamalai University. Sir needs no introduction, because one fine thing in this meeting is that I am a student of Dr. Rajasekharan sir. So he's the core lover of football. He has produced so many football players at the state level as well as national and international level. And I studied under him during my post-graduation. And the hockey field and the football field were adjacent play fields when we were doing post-graduation in Annamalai University. I could see the enthusiasm, drive and commitment towards the football. So under his leadership, the Annamalai University won several All India Inter-University tournaments. Such a practical man. So at this August meeting occasion, I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. Rajasekharan sir.
Thank you.
So, and one more personality, Dr. Manikandan, the Controller of Examinations, and he is also a student of Dr. Rajasekharan sir, who is seated as a Controller of Examinations, and he is also a football player. And I wholeheartedly welcome Dr. Manikandan, the Controller of Examinations. Dr. Mani, welcome. And other than this, I welcome the doctoral committee members of Mr. Rajkumar, who is going to defend his findings on the title of Analysis of Flat Service in Tennis. So the two personalities who had been the doctoral committee members of Rajkumar are, first, he is also one of the practical men, Dr. Sai Kumar sir, the principal and secretary from Maruti College of Physical Education. And he is also a very good tennis player. And another doctoral committee member is Dr. Gopinathan, the former assistant professor, associate professor from the sports psychology department of Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. So he is also a qualified tennis coach, player, as well as an official. So I welcome. And apart from them are my sincere thanks and welcome to our Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, the faculty members of our university, and my dear friends, well-wishers, and the scholar. So with this, I would like to introduce the scholar. The scholar, Mr. Rajkumar, did his PhD under me, and he was with me about 7 years almost. He did his PhD in regular. He was with me for almost 7 years. And he was a tennis player and tennis coach. He did his post-graduation in Annamalai University. And when it comes to tennis, he is very sincere and committed. So that's why he was interested in doing a PhD study in tennis. In tennis, the service is the one which decides the game. 60% of the game is decided by the serve. That too, the first serve is the fastest serve by the tennis player. So they go for ace, the speed and accuracy decides. So then we decided what would be the factors that will contribute the tennis service performance, that to flat service. So that's how the title emerged. And now it's time for the defending of his findings. And he is, apart from his tennis, he also qualified net candidate. And with this, I introduce my scholar, Mr. M. Rajkumar. And as far as the external examiner is concerned, so as I already told you, so such a nice personality, human, very good human, and very good and committed coach. And if we say football, so the synonymous is Dr. Rajasekharan sir. So that's how that comes to our mind. So with this, I hand over the session. Rajasekharan sir, to move on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Rajini, for your kind words. Thank you, Dr. Rajini Kumar, for your kind words about me. Direct. Good afternoon, one and all. First of all, I would like to thank the university authorities for having given me the opportunity to serve as an external examiner, especially the controller of examination and Dr. S. Manikandan and the guide, Dr. P. Rajini Kumar. With this, I directly call upon the PhD scholar, Mr. Raj Kumar, to defend his title, Analysis of Flat Service in Tennis. I think so. It may be an interesting topic to share. Raj Kumar, please defend your thesis.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, with the blessings of God Almighty, so I would like to begin my PhD public bioas examination. My supervisor, Dr. P. Rajkumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Exercise Physiology and Biomechanics. My external examiner, Dr. M. Rajasekharan sir, Professor and Head, Director of Sports, Department of Physical Education, Annamalai University. My subject experts, Dr. V.S. Kumar sir, Principal Secretary, Maruti College of Physical Education, Coimbatore, and Dr. V. Gopinathan sir, Psychology Department, Tamil Nadu Physical Education Sports University. My research topic, entitled Analysis of Flat Service in Tennis. Tennis is a popular tennis is a sports played among two players or two players competing with each other in rectangular tennis court with fixed boundaries. Tennis is most popular and world-class competitive sports, attracting millions of players and fans. So tennis is one of the lifelong sports, and the goal is to enhance the performance and stay injury-free at professional level.
screen share பண்ணாம இருக்கு.
Tennis technique, sir. please state. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Screenshot. Okay, sir. Sir, sir.
ராஜ்குமார் எங்க இருக்கீங்க? லேப்லயா?
ஆமா சார், லேப்ல தான் சார்.
விஜய் இருக்காப்ல பக்கத்துல?
இருக்கா சார்.
ஓகே, என்ன நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூ இருக்கா?
சார்.
ஹலோ,
சார் இப்போ கனெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு சார்.
கனெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸ்கிரீனை மேக்ஸிமைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஸோ என்ன நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூ இருக்கா இப்போ அங்க?
எதுவும் இல்லை சார். இப்போ கிளியர் ஆயிடுச்சு சார். ஓகே தானே சார்?
விஜய், நீங்க கோபி சார்ல இருந்து கோவாஸ்ட் ஆயிக்கீங்க. விஜய்
சார் ஹலோ.
விஜய், நீங்க கோபி சார் இருந்து அதை எடுத்துட்டு நீங்க கோஹோஸ்ட் ஆயிடுங்க. ஸோ நீங்க இப்ப அங்க நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூ இருக்கா?
இல்ல சார், அவர் லேப்டாப்ல கனெக்ஷன் நெட்வொர்க் இதாகுது சார்.
அப்படியா? சரி, ஓகே. நீங்க அப்போ அது என்ன பண்ணுங்க, என் லேப்டாப் இருந்தே பண்ணலாமே.
அதுதான் சார் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தோம். சரி, அதான் உங்க லேப்டாப்லயும் கனெக்ஷன் பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு.
என் லேப்டாப்ல கனெக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. அதுல இருந்து அதுதான் லேப்டாப்.
ஒரு 2 மினிட்ஸ் சார். இது கம்மி பண்ணி உங்க லேப்டாப்ல இருந்து.
ஓகே, ஓகே, பண்ணுங்க.
ஓகே.
பண்ணிட்டு கிளியரா பண்ணுங்க எனக்கு.
கண்டிப்பா சார்.
ம். Sorry for the inconvenience. We will wait for another 1 minute and things will get settled. விஜய் செட்டில் பண்ணியாச்சா? ஹலோ, ஹலோ,
சார்.
என்னாச்சு? செட்டில் ஆயிடுச்சா?
ரெடி ஆயிடுச்சு சார்.
ஓகே, வெரி குட். கம் ஆன், ஸ்டார்ட்.
அடுத்த ஸ்லைடு இல்ல, அடுத்த ஸ்லைடு. சார், ஹலோ.
Maximize the screen and start.
ஓகே சார். சார் கேக்குதா சார்?
Yes, audible. You can start right from the beginning.
இப்ப கேக்குதா சார்?
You are audible. கேக்குது. நீங்க you can start right from the beginning. Yes. Visible, audible, பேசலாம்.
ஓகே சார், ஓகே சார். இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் சவுண்ட் சார். ஓகே சார். சார்
கேக்குதுப்பா, ஆரம்பிப்பா.
Okay, okay. Tennis is a sports played among two players or two pairs of players competing with each other in a rectangular tennis court with fixed boundaries. Tennis is one of the most popular sports, a world-class competitive sports attracting millions of players and fans in worldwide. Tennis is one of a lifelong sports, and the goal is enhance the performance, staying and injury-free in a professional level. In tennis technique, there are numerous skills, but the serve is an important key to success because the fast and power flat serve is the most intimidating and fearsome weapon of a player. The world professional tennis players in front of the world ranking most have very excellent service skills. Success in tennis requires a mix of player talent, good coaching, appropriate equipment, and an understanding of sports science pertinent to the game. Statement of the problem. The purpose of the study was to find out the relationship between selected anthropometric skill-related fitness and biomechanical variables with flat serve performance, speed and accuracy, and also to predict the flat service performance based on the selected anthropometric skill-related fitness and biomechanical variables among tennis players. To measure the flat service performance among elite tennis players, to measure selected anthropometric variables such as height, weight, arm length, leg length among elite tennis player, to measure selected skill-related fitness variables such as grip strength, dynamic balance, coordination, arm power, and leg power among elite tennis player, to measure selected biomechanical variables such as ball release height, ball toss peak height, racket lowest point, and relative height of contact among elite tennis players. Objective of the study to find out the relationship between flat service performance and selected anthropometric skill-related fitness and biomechanical variables among elite tennis players, to predict the flat service performance among elite tennis players based on selected anthropometric skill-related fitness and biomechanical variables. Hypothesize. It was hypothesized that there would be a significant relationship between tennis flat serve performance and selected anthropometric variables, namely height, weight, arm length, and leg length. It was hypothesized that there would be a relationship between tennis flat service performance and selected skill-related fitness variables, namely grip strength, dynamic balance, coordination, arm power, and leg power. Third hypothesis, it was hypothesized that there would be a significant relationship between tennis flat serve performance, selected biomechanical variables, namely ball release height, ball toss peak height, racket lowest point, and relative height of contact. It was Fourth hypothesis, it was hypothesized that the selected anthropometric variables, namely height, weight, arm length, and leg length, skill-related fitness variables, namely grip strength, dynamic balance, coordination, and leg power, biomechanical variables, namely ball release height, ball toss peak height, racket lowest point, and relative height of contact, would predict the flat surface performance among elite tennis players. Significance of the study. The result of the study would help the tennis coaches to predict the flat surface performance and identify the potential talent. The results of the study would be useful to the coaches to identify the strength and weakness of flat surface performance. The result of the study would help the tennis coaches to design suitable training program to improve the tennis flat surface performance. The present study would be helpful to the players to improve their service performance. Delimitation. The study was delimited 30 elite male tennis players represented at state and inter-university competition in Chennai. The age group of the subject ranged from 18 to 25 years. The study was delimited only right-handed players. The study was restricted to 2D analysis. The flat service performance, speed and accuracy was assessed by Evit's tennis skill test. The training age of the subject ranged from 5 to 10 years. The dependent variable of the study was flat service performance, speed, and accuracy. The subject's living condition, lifestyle, diet, personal habits, heredity, motivation factors were not taken into consideration. The subject's social, economical, cultural background were not taken into consideration. The subject's routine work was not controlled, and its possible influence on the result of the study was not as a limitation. The previous fitness level of the subject was not considered. I collected 51 reviews in the area of research, and these reviews helped me to get a clear view of the study. It also helped the research efficiently in a proper way. The collected review would help me to constructing the appropriate methodology of the research. I'll collect the Web of Science, Sodh Ganga, Science Direct, PubMed, and various libraries, Google Scholar, and the reviews were divided into 3 meaningful manners: anthropometric variables, skill-related fitness variable, and biomechanical variable. And flowchart showing the methodology of the study. Analysis of flat service in tennis, 30 state and university male tennis player, dependent variable, flat service performance, speed and accuracy, and independent variable, anthropometric variables, namely height, weight, arm length, and leg length, skill related fitness variable, grip strength, dynamic balance, coordination, arm power, and leg power, biomechanical variables, ball toss height, ball toss peak height, racket lowest point, relative height of contact, descriptive statistics, Pearson product movement correlation, partial correlation, and multiple regression, result discussion and conclusion. The study was formed as a random group sample design. 30 state and university tennis players are selected from various universities in Chennai. The age group of the selected players ranged from 18 to 25 years. All the selected players are elite group in right-hand players. Flat service performance was selected as a dependent variable, was measured by Evit tennis skill test. The selected independent variables such as anthropometric, skill-related fitness variable were measured with standardized test. Flat service performance was captured with high-frame cameras, 2D setup, and also selected the biomechanical variable were measured with Finovia software. The collected data was analyzed with descriptive statistics, Pearson product movement correlation, partial correlation, and multiple regression statistical technique were used to analyze the data. Test administration. In anthropometric variables, height was measured with stadiometer in centimeter, weight was measured in weighing machine in kg, arm length and leg length was measured in measuring tape in meters. In skill-related fitness variable, hand grip strength was measured in hand dynamometer in kilogram. Dynamic balance was measured in base dynamic balance test in scores. Coordination was measured in wall pass in scores. Arm power was measured in medicine ball throw in meters. Leg power was measured in charge and vertical jump in centimeter. In biomechanical variables, ball release height, ball toss peak height, racket lowest point, and relative of contact measured with beat analysis with QS software in meters. The dependent variable flat service performance was measured with heavy tennis skill test in scores. Anthropometric measurements for the players: height, weight, arm length, and leg length. Skill-related fitness variables were measured in players: grip strength, dynamic balance, coordination, arm power, and leg power. The camera setup. The camera was fixed perpendicular to the player, 10 meters from the center mark to baseline. Then camera is 4.15 meters to fix the cameras in 3 patterns, and the calibration was used to find out the measuring. Calibration frame rate, 4 rectangle circle for 1 meters. Kinovia software using the data for the biomechanical variables. And the biomechanical variables: ball release height. In service technique, they have 3 phases: preparation phase, acceleration phase, follow through phase. In ball release height comes into the preparation phase, and the ball toss height comes to the preparation phase. Racket lowest point is the acceleration phase, and relative weight of contact is the acceleration phase. Heavy tennis skill test. The dependent variable of flat service performance was measured with heavy tennis procedure. Each player had 10 service chances. Above the net height is 3 feet in the middle, in the corner 3 feet 6 inches, over 7 feet in the above the net 7 feet fixed the rope. Thus, the players do the serve in between the rope and the net. The ball landed in the particular area in the service box. Respective points, I will give 15 feet 1 point. Respective players 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After placing the ball travels to 18 feet. The player get 1 point. After 10 feet, the player got 1 point. Like that, 4 points respectively. It measures the player's speed and accuracy. Statistical technique. SPSS version 2.0 was used to data. Descriptive statistics was used to find out the mean and standard deviation of selected variables. Pearson product movement correlation was used to determine the significant relationship between flat service performance and selected independent variable. Partial correlation was used to find out the net relationship of each independent variable on flat service performance after eliminating the influence of remaining independent variables. The multiple regression statistical technique was used to predict the influence of selected independent variable on flat service performance. Descriptive statistics. Flat service performance minimum score is 67, maximum score is 88, and the mean score is 78.33. In anthropometric, in independent variable, the anthropometric variable height measured in centimeter, the minimum score is 168 centimeter, maximum is 184 centimeter, the mean score is 176.3 centimeters. In weight, minimum score is 65 kg, maximum score is 76 kg, and the mean score is 70.70 kg. And the arm length measured in centimeter, minimum score is 72.00, and the maximum score is 87.00, and the mean score is 79.00 centimeters. And the leg length measured, minimum score is 85.00 centimeter, and the maximum score is 103 centimeters, and the mean score is 91.86 centimeter. In skill related fitness variable, strength measured in kg, 58 minimum score, maximum score is 68, and the mean score is 62. Dynamic balance measured in scores, 62 minimum score, maximum score is 89, and the mean score is 74.13. In the coordination measured in scores, minimum score is 29, maximum score is 40, and the mean score is 33. Arm power measured in meters, minimum score is 5.60 meters, maximum score is 7.40 meters, and the mean score is 6.47. Leg power measured in centimeters, minimum score is 50.00, maximum score is 66.00, and the mean score is 56.40. Biomechanical analysis of independent variables. Ball release height measured in minimum score is 1.71, maximum score is 2.28, the mean score is 2.01 meters. Ball release height minimum score is 2.62 and the maximum score is 3.14 and the mean score is 2.96. Racket lowest point minimum score is 0.74 meter, maximum is 0.96 meter and the mean score is 0.851. And the relative height of contact 1.80 meter and the maximum score is 2.40 and the mean score is 2.09 meters. The results of the partial correlation. Flat surface performance at positive correlation with height 95%, and flat surface performance at positive correlation with weight 85%. Flat surface performance at positive correlation with arm length in 92%. Flat surface performance at positive correlation with leg length 89%. Flat surface performance at positive correlation with grip strength 87%. Flat surface performance at positive correlation with dynamic balance 0.611. Flat surface performance at positive correlation with coordination 0.700. Flat surface performance at positive correlation with arm power 0.916. Flat surface performance at positive correlation with leg power 0.873. Flat surface performance at negative correlation with ball release height 0.096. Flat surface performance at negative correlation with ball toss 0.043. Flat surface performance at racket lowest minus 0.753. Flat surface performance at positive correlation with racket highest contact point 0.881. The scatter pattern showing the relationship of anthropometric variables, flat surface performance and height, flat surface performance and arm length, flat surface performance and weight, flat surface performance and leg length. The scatter pattern showing the relationship between the flat surface performance and skill related fitness variables, flat surface performance with grip strength, flat surface performance with dynamic balance, flat surface performance with coordination, flat surface performance with arm power, flat surface performance with leg power. The scatter pattern showing the relationship between the flat surface performance and biomechanical variables, flat surface performance with ball release height, flat surface performance with the racket lowest point, flat surface performance with ball toss peak height, flat surface performance with relative height of contact. The partial correlation on flat surface performance. The height was significantly correlated with 0.767 to eliminate other independent variable in anthropometric variable. In skill related variable, the coordination was significantly correlated 0.462 to eliminate other independent variables. In biomechanical variable, racket lowest point was significantly correlated -462 and relative height of contact was significantly correlated with 0.480. Multiple regression analysis. The R square was 96% to predict the good fit of the data. The constant value of racket lowest point, dynamic balance, coordination, arm power, relative height of contact, weight, leg power, grip strength, leg length, height, and arm length. ANOVA, the mean score is, the F value is 46.34. Dependent variable flat surface performance. Scatter plot showing the good fit of the data. Regression equation on flat surface performance. Height, T value, height was significantly correlated 5.077 in anthropometric variable. In skill related variable, coordination was predicting variable. T score is 2.210. In biomechanical variable, racket lowest point, T score 2.213. In relative height of contact, the T value is -2.320. Dependent variable, flat surface performance. Prediction equation on flat surface performance. Discussion on hypothesis. The first hypothesis, relationship of anthropometric variables like height, weight, arm length, leg length, and flat surface performance. Relationship found on all the variables, it's accepted. Second hypothesis stated that the relationship of skill-related fitness variable like grip strength, dynamic balance, coordination, arm power, and leg power, relationship found on all the variables, it's accepted. The third hypothesis stated that relationship of biomechanical variables like ball release height, ball toss peak height, racket lowest point, and relative weight of contact and flat surface performance. The racket lowest point and relative weight of contact had strong relationship, partially accepted. The fourth hypothesis, regression equation on flat surface performance, height, coordination, racket lowest point, relative weight. Conclusion. It concluded that anthropometric variables, namely height, weight, arm length, and leg length, had significant non-positive correlation with flat surface performance among elite men tennis players. It was concluded that skill-related fitness variable, namely grip strength, coordination, arm power, leg power, had strong significant positive correlation with flat surface performance, speed, and accuracy. Dynamic balance had a moderate positive correlation with flat surface performance among elite men tennis players. It was concluded that biomechanical variables, namely racket lowest point, had strong negative correlation, and relative weight of contact had significant strong positive correlation with flat surface performance. Ball release height, ball toss peak height had very weak, insignificant correlation with flat surface performance among elite men tennis players. It was concluded that height in anthropometric variable, coordination in skill-related fitness variables, racket lowest point, and relative weight of contact in biomechanical variables were the predictors of flat surface performance, speed, and accuracy among elite men tennis players. Recommendation. The tennis coaches and tennis trainers should emphasize and improvise training methods based on the findings of the present study to improve flat surface performance. The tennis coaches and players should pay special attention to height, coordination, racket lowest point, and relative weight of contact while selecting players at elite level. Tennis service being a complex and high organization skills, the coaches should develop the coordinative abilities among developing players. It is recommended that coaches should focus on service technique by using specific emphasis of racket lowest point and relative weight of contact. Suggestion for further research. Prediction of flat surface performance with kinetic variables may be conducted. A similar study may be conducted with a large number of samples. 3D motion analysis of flat surface technique may be conducted. A similar study may be conducted on slice service and topspin service. A similar study may be conducted on left-hand players. Thank you. Sir.
Mr. Rajkumar, nice and crisp presentation. Neatly presented.
Thank you, sir.
Well done. On clarification,
Sir, please.
actually, what is flat service?
Sir.
What is flat service?
Sir, in flat service, players used in the first serve. In flat service, that there is no spin or little spin in the serve, sir.
Only
We
power
have
and
three types of serve, sir. Flat serve, slice serve, and topspin, sir.
Okay.
I used only for the flat serve. In flat serve, that there is no spin, sir. In the
Okay.
service.
Here your importance is being given for speed and accuracy, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Is there any specific reason behind for selection of this topic?
Yes, sir. Because the service is very important predicting variable to succeed in the match, sir. Especially in first serve.
Oh.
First serve is advantage for the server, sir. If they get more points, so he take the game and he leads in the match.
Oh.
So flat service is very important.
How will you disseminate this research to your society?
So this study will helpful to the tennis players and coaches to identify their strength and weakness, as well as their the training method, sir, because some players are doing improper training method to get injured. So this study will helpful for the coaches.
Okay. Now it is up to the participants. If you have any clarification within this topic, then you can raise your hands or you can unmute yourself and you can raise the question. Mr. Rajkumar, உங்களோட இன்பாக்ஸ் வேணா செக் பண்ணீங்க ஏதாவது இருந்துச்சுன்னா கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ஏதாவது.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Rajkumar, first of all, like to appreciate your presentation. It is very well, well mannered. You have on the paper. Just one clarification related to Dr. Rajshekhar sir, which has been pinned to you that related to the flat service. You said that the first service, flat service, when they are put, it will be more advantage. So that means the top spin or slice spin will not be more effective.
I'm not saying like that, sir, because the first service advantage for the server. So most of the players use it to flat serve is the first serve to get more points because the first serve is the powerful serve.
Yeah,
So
even that. Yes. That means you said that the top spin slice spins were not able to make it in the first serve. There are the players they are using because the spin service wouldn't be able to predict the ball that where it is after the bounce where it will go like. So that will be more effective. As sir asked, so then can you tell the exact point why you have choose flat service? Because there are minus also. If it is a forceful one, okay, but straight bounce will come into the person straight away. So he can go. But in the spin, there are the things. The ball will be varied. So, for example, that side service line, just I'm putting that the person is standing nearer to that, he'll try to go there, but the ball will take a spin and it will go to the right side. So, couldn't able to. That will be very effective compared to flat service. Spin service will be. So, why you have chosen this flat service?
Sir, because in the flat serve, they give more speed and accuracy, sir. In top spin, the ball get more bounce, sir. The receiver have more time to return the ball.
Okay, right. But the thing is that even there are the advanced players because for the elite sportsman, when you're recommended, definitely that top spin and even the slice spin also will be very effective things. I have seen the players that they will put for our Chennai Open, even the Davis Cup. Now, when we see so flat service, one advantage I can say that according to point, I can quite accept that it will be more forceful and good. That is good. At the same time, it cannot say that it is more successful compared to top spin or slice spin. That's what I try to. Okay. Anyway, thank you for your reply. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Sir, solun, sir.
Is it audible?
Gopinathan sir,
Yes. First of all, I would like to congratulate the scholar as well as the supervisor. The scholar is a player, coach, and the official. With this experience, how much it is benefited in your study as a player, as a coach, as a official? What way it helped in your study? You have selected the suitable study according to your ability of in tennis, capability of tennis. One more thing. The finding of the study, result of the study is useful for the tennis players. If it is the result of the study is printed in the book format, normally the thesis or dissertation will not reach the wide population. That reason, I request the supervisor and the scholar to take initiation to publish the book according to the result of the study. It will helpful for wider population, wider tennis knowledgeable persons. One small clarification, you have informed the age group of the subject is 18 to 25 years. Yes, is correct?
Yes, sir.
All the players
Yes, sir.
are
Yes, sir. Yes,
state
sir.
level, either state level or inter-university players. The trainees you have mentioned, the training age is 5 to 10 years. Normally, the outstanding tennis players,
Yes.
they are starting the tennis career from the age group of 5 to 6. But how
Yes,
you
sir.
restricted the age level, or how you designed the training age 5 to 10 years? That just is not only a clarification, not a question. But
Yes,
we
sir.
can't
Yes, sir.
avoid. Yes.
Sir, normally the players, I mean, the kids started playing tennis at the age of 5 to 6, sir.
Yes.
So I choose only for the elite players. I decide only for the players who were represented in state as well as the inter-university competition. Minimum they have a 5 to 10 years experience.
Minimum or maximum is not maximum. It is a minimum.
Okay.
5 to
Yes,
10
sir.
means is a minimum. Minimum.
Experience.
Yes, sir.
Oh, minimum experience. You and me only started later, but otherwise the tennis players, they used to start the tennis playing the age group of 5, even 5, 7, 6, 7, like that. Okay, congratulations
Yes.
again for the supervisor and the scholar. Good study, well done. You take initiation to publish the book after getting approval from the university. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Is there anyone else?
Rajkumar, please refer chat box also. Chat box.
Good afternoon, Rajkumar, Dr. Rajkumar, and good afternoon. I am Joshua speaking.
Yeah, please, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. First of all, I'll congratulate Dr. Rajkumar, the scholar Rajkumar, and also the supervisor, Dr. Rajni Kumar sir, and also the external examiner Dr. Rajsekharan sir. And Mike, I thought of asking one question: is there any advantage of this flat service over the other two service? I thought of this question. I think you have answered for this question. I think Dr. Anbu, Dr. Ponan Barasu from YMCA asked the same question in a different manner. I think so. Is there any further clarification on this? I think you answered for this. This is my question actually. Is there any advantage of flat service than the other two services? You told about top spin and the other one is
Slice,
slide.
sir. Yes, sir.
Is there any advantage? That is, is there any advantage of this flat service?
Yes, sir.
Than the
The
other
advantage
two
is that, sir, because the flat serve has no spin, sir. The first thing. Another thing, the
Okay.
flat spin has more powerful serve to compare than other serve, sir.
Okay.
Because
So it
the
will be very
receiver
difficult
can
to
predict the serve.
in the other
Sir,
two
can you hear
serves.
me?
In the other two serves.
Yes, sir. So the receiver can't able to predict the flat serve to compare than
Okay.
other serve. So that's the advantage for the server to get
Advantage.
more points.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Rajini sir. Sir.
மணி கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணிடலாமா? ரஜினி இல்ல.
Sir, I think there is no question in the chat box also, sir. You can summarize the session, sir.
Okay.
Please, sir.
Mr. Rajkumar, well done. The scholar
Thank you,
has.
sir.
Good afternoon, one and all. I'm Dr. Rajshekharan from Annamalai University. Mr. Rajkumar has presented well, and he clarified the questions raised by the participants. And hence, I too join with the external examiner to recommend him to award the PhD degree in physical education. Well done, Rajkumar. I appreciate in this juncture, I appreciate the effort taken by Dr. P. Rajini Kumar, the guide and supervisor and the scholar, for having chosen this wonderful topic. I request Dr. P. Rajini Kumar to move harder and further for the development of analysis in especially in biomechanical analysis in the field of sports. I take this opportunity to thank the university authorities and the controller of examination, Dr. Manigandan, and the guide, Mr. Rajini Kumar, for having given me this opportunity. Thank you, one and all. I think Dr. Rajkumar, Mr. Rajkumar hereafter will be called as Dr. Rajkumar. Congratulations, Dr. Rajkumar, and congratulations,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Rajini Kumar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Vote of thanks. Sir, can I say vote thanks, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please. Please conclude.
So, first of all, I would like to say thanks to the vice chancellors and the registers and my research guide, Dr. P. Rajini Kumar sir, and head of the department, Manigandan sir, and the Thirumalai sir, and all the staff members in the Department of Physical Education, and the guest lecturers in the Department of Yoga, Professor Selvi sir, Selvi Madam, and others, and Prem Kumar sir, research coordinators, and Department of Sports Management, and Mohan sir, and Kannadasan sir, Srinivasan sir, and all the staff members, the Department of Coaching, Arumugan sir, Subramani sir, and the guest lecturers, and all the teaching and non-teaching staffs, as well as the guest lecturers. Thank you, one and all, to give me your valuable support to complete my research work, and my family members, my friends, they're all a lot of my well-wishers, especially more tennis coaches, names of few: Suresh Kumar sir, Jai Chandran sir, Lakshmanan sir, Guru sir, and others, Simon sir, and others, and my friends and co-scholars, Dr. Purushothaman, Dr. Kalai, and MSc MPhil scholars, Vijay, Vasant, guest lecturers, Ponpandi, Satya, and all my well-wishers. With the God Almighty, I'll complete my research. Thank you, one and all. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Congrats, Rajkumar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your excellent example, sir. Yes, sir.
விஜய் யூடியூப்ல ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிருப்பா விஜய் யூடியூப் லைவ் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணுங்க.
Sir, thank you, sir.
மணி, தேங்க்யூ மணி, தேங்க்யூ. உங்களுக்கு கூப்பிடுறேன் நான் இங்க. மணி,
Thank you very much, sir.
thank you so much. I should thank you for coordinating and cooperating. நான் பேசுறேன். Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Dr. Rajkumar.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Rajini, congrats.
அண்ணா, thank you, thank you.
Rajini, congratulations.
Sir, thank you so much for your patience. இன்னைக்கு கொஞ்சம் நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூ இருந்தது. Despite all these difficulties.
அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு வைவா வர.
ஓகே சார், எனக்கு புரிஞ்சுது சார்.
ஒரு நாக் விசிட் எங்களுக்கு வர.
இல்ல, ஆமா சார், ஆமா. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் சார்.
ரைட், வெல்கம். ரைட்,
thank you.
Congrats, sir.
Thank you, sir.
மணி, thank you, மணி.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, மணி. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Nice occasion. All are from Alama University and students of Rajasthan.
Thank you, thank you. Really, very proud of you people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your patience and commitment, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir.